I've consistently said that mindset is the most important part of this acquisition journey. And I want to give you an example, a couple examples of that today. The first is an email I received. I'm not going to say who this is from, but it's from a mentee. Bruce, I'm embarrassed and don't want to talk about it. I'm too old to be indecisive of my life goals. My self-esteem has taken a hit, and I don't need a lot of time on our call tomorrow. So, the first thing I told this person was, you are not alone. A lot of people feel that way. And mindset is, as I said, incredibly important. If you haven't done it already, go from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. And there's actually a video of him explaining this. It's about 10 minutes, but learning from adversity. So you can go over to YouTube, you can search for Napoleon Hill, learning from adversity, and you'll come to that video. It's a ancient black and white video, but it's still good. So I would encourage you to do that. The other thing, which is more personal to me, is that a college friend of mine a long time ago, I was extremely good friends with in college. I went back several years after I graduated and I met with him, and he was using a cane. And I said, Ron, what's up with that? He said, I don't know. I've been having some issues with walking and that sort of thing. Saw him a few years later. He ended up having MS. He was in a wheelchair. Then ended up finding that he had a left arm that didn't work, then a right arm that didn't work. And then he would type with a straw on the keyboard, and then eventually his neck muscles weren't strong enough so that they had to tether his head so that it wouldn't tip over and suffocate him because he couldn't get it back up and straighten up his windpipe. And I remember during the dark days of me doing this, when I was essentially out of money, I had $40 left at the low point. No credit, but $40 left. I would go for a run every morning, and I'd listen to Napoleon Hill on an audio cassette, probably a Walkman back in those days, if you know what that is. And I would listen to that. And I remember talking to Ron, and I said, whenever I feel sorry for myself, I think about you. And I've never heard you moan and groan, complain. And you always have a great attitude. And he said, Bruce, you're not around me all the time, but yeah, my attitude is pretty good. He said, this is hard. And the hardest part of what I am living with is that today is the best day I'm ever going to have physically. I'm on a 2% grade going downhill. And just think about not being able to walk, not left arm, right arm, tethered head. Essentially, he was a prisoner in his own body. I had hope. I had hope that it was going to get better, which eventually it did. So much of this is how you look at your situation, how you value what you have. Spend some time in gratitude. Think about how far you've come. And I want to end up, and I'll share a picture of this, but I'm going to read it, and I'll put the picture up here for you to actually see it. But this is Benjamin Hall, who is a Fox News reporter. He was embedded in Ukraine, and he and his embedded team got blown up by a bomb. And he said, and there's a picture you'll see right here, to sum it up, I've lost half a leg on one side and a foot on the other. One hand is being put back together. One eye is no longer working, and my hearing is pretty blown. But all in all, I feel pretty damn lucky to be here, and it is the people who got me here who are amazing. How's that mental attitude? And you look at the picture, half a leg gone, the other foot gone, hand gummed up, can't hear, one eye gone. And he probably is going to, because the photojournalist that he was with and the brand new journalist both died, so he's probably got survivor's guilt as well. But look at his mental attitude in the situation he's in. So I would encourage you to go study Adversity Lesson by Napoleon Hill. Think about what you've already done that you've accomplished, and then think about and keep your mind on what you want and off what you don't want. Think about how to accomplish these goals, and every time those gremlins come in. Negative thoughts are like weeds in a garden, according to Napoleon Hill. Instantly change what you're thinking about. Your mental attitude is the only thing that I know of that you absolutely have control over. So exercise that control. Is it going to be hard at sometimes? Sure. Are you going to get gut punches in this journey? Sure. But if you keep your eye on where you want to get to and you take the right actions and the right daily actions and keep focused on those, and you have a plan and a team that works, more often than not, you're going to push forward and make progress. So if you haven't got my free class, I'd encourage you to go over to brucewhipple.com, go up to free class. It's the top 10 objections to acquiring a business that you're going to hear from people that you contact, whether that's dream team members, banks, professionals, etc. So that's pretty helpful. If you want to go there directly, just go.brucewhipple.com/free class and take a look at that as well. But mindset is key. Keep that in mind, work on it. That process never ends. But think of the examples that you just heard on mindset and how you look at the circumstances that you're in and how you adjust your mindset to them.